Diane from Keswick Village. This is the Rorschach Arctic Update from the 25th of March 2025. A quick summary of what's going down north of the Arctic Circle. A new day of celebration has come to the Arctic, with the UN announcing on Friday last week that the 21st of March will be remembered as the World Day for Glaciers. The declaration came alongside a report on the declining state of glaciers worldwide, and the sobering revelation that many of the world's glaciers will not survive this century. With the Arctic warming at an accelerating rate, glaciers across Alaska, Norway, Canada, and Greenland have all registered record levels of ice loss in recent years. The declaration of this World Day for Glaciers is intended to bring the human cost of glacier melt to public attention. With safe sea levels, fresh water, and flood prevention all at risk of fading away if we don't slow the rate of ice melt across the world. The Arctic is undergoing massive human changes alongside environmental ones. Mark Carney, Canada's new Prime Minister, has launched his tenure with major Arctic investment plans, particularly in national security. On Tuesday, the 18th, Carney made his first domestic policy visit to Nunavut's capital, where he announced over $4 billion for an Arctic radar system to detect foreign aircraft and missiles. Additionally, he pledged $300 million to establish a year-round Arctic military force and $170 million in public investment to improve Nunavut's infrastructure and living conditions. Carney's government aims to strengthen Canada's northern defense while addressing the challenges faced by Arctic communities. Still, his administration might not have time to make an impact on the Arctic since on Sunday, the 23rd, he called a snap federal election for the 28th of April. In his announcement speech, he called Donald Trump the most significant threat to Canada of our lifetime and said that Canadian people need to vote for politicians that reject Trump to secure Canada against the threat of their former ally to the south. Going back to big changes, on Thursday the 20th, the U.S. Department of the Interior announced plans to accelerate oil and gas development in the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge and National Petroleum Reserve, both on Alaska's north coast. In January, the state held an auction for companies to purchase oil and gas leases in the region, but no bids were received. The Interior Department's press release states that the department will work to reverse all environmental protections implemented by previous governments. With the last two Alaska drilling auctions receiving no bids from major oil companies, Arctic drilling is clearly not something being considered worthwhile. It remains to be seen how the Trump administration plans to attract new oil and gas developments. Countering President Trump's efforts to open up Alaska for drilling, on Tuesday the 20th, the nonprofit group Taxpayer for Common Sense released a report weighing the economic benefits of opening up Alaska's protected areas for oil drilling. While President Trump has promised oil sales will generate $1 billion for Alaska, the report estimates that the sale of oil leases would generate only between $3 million and $30 million, with the $30 million only reachable if 100% of the protected areas in northern Alaska are exploited to their fullest extent. The cost of drilling in the Arctic is simply too expensive and too hazardous, and the lofty promises of economic windfalls provided by Trump may be nothing but a dream. To read the fascinating report yourself, take a look at the link in the show notes. President Trump has been taking the spotlight over many Arctic issues, but his recent declarations about taking control of Greenland might be having a positive consequence. On Friday, the 21st, writers published a story regarding tourism companies in Greenland, reporting that tourism industry has had an unexpected boost since Trump made his comments about the country. Writers also noted that 3/4 of tour operators in Greenland have all reported a boost in bookings since Trump's inauguration in January. Hopefully, any future U.S. impacts on their country will be just as beneficial. Still, Donald Trump's ongoing saga with Greenland continues. On Monday, the 24th, the White House announced that the U.S. delegation consisting of Usha Vance, the wife of Vice President, and Mike Waltz, the U.S. National Security Advisor, will visit Greenland next week to tour an American military base in Sisimiut and attend a dog race. The response throughout Greenland has been negative. On the same day, Mu Ajid, the Prime Minister, called the visit a dangerous provocation against Greenland's sovereignty, believing Trump is sending his allies to the country to sow discord and slowly gain influence in the Greenlandic people. Locals are also pushing back. On Monday, the 24th, a citizen group told the newspaper Sermitsiak they plan to protest outside the military base during the visit to make it clear that U.S. political influence is not welcome in Greenland. Next up, life in the Arctic can be very good depending on where you live. On Thursday, the 20th, the World Happiness Report released its newest ranking. The news for the Arctic is mixed, with the top 4 nations listed as Finland, Denmark, Iceland, and Sweden, the top 4 as last year. This made Finland the world's happiest nation for the 8th year in a row. Norway took 7th place, down 1 place. Outside the Nordic regions, the outlook is much less happy. Canada dropped from number 15 to 18, and the US dropped 1 place, ending up 24. Russia actually saw a slight rise in rankings from 72 to 66, though Russia has a long way to go before its citizens are as happy as their Arctic neighbors. However, not everyone in Finland is happy. On Tuesday, the 18th, the Sami parliament in Finland urged the government to activate the Reindeer Damage Act, which provides emergency support to Sami reindeer herders facing severe environmental conditions. The parliament criticized Finland for failing to act while Norway and Sweden have already provided aid. The Finnish Ministry of Agriculture says that there is no measurable damage, but Sami herders across Scandinavia report frozen pastures preventing reindeer from grazing, leading to starvation. The Sami parliament argues that law needs reform, as compensation takes months to process. Without urgent assistance, both reindeer and their herders are struggling to survive a particularly harsh winter. There's disagreement in Norway, too. On Thursday, the 20th, Norway's Conservative Party debated opening Loften Vestrålen and Senja to oil drilling during this national convention, as reported by broadcaster NRK. Though the party lacks national power, Nordland's country is conservative-run. While Southern conservatives support drilling, 8 of 10 local leaders strongly oppose it, saying tourism and unspoiled nature are more valuable than oil. At the same convention, a debate emerged over Svalbard's last coal mine, set to close this summer. According to a story by newspaper Dagsavisen on Friday, the 21st, Labour and Conservatives back the shutdown, but Geir Pollestad, the Centre Party deputy leader, argued to keep it open, saying Norway must maintain a strong presence in Svalbard to deter foreign influence, even at environmental cost. Over in Iceland, a government decision has left many Grindavik residents feeling abandoned. On Tuesday, the 18th, the Icelandic government announced that large-scale reconstruction in Grindavik, the town devastated by over a year of volcanic activity, can't be carried out right now. Officials cited safety concerns and that the uncertain seismic future of the region as reasons for delaying major rebuilding efforts. However, locals were frustrated and disappointed. According to a story by broadcaster RUV, on Saturday the 22nd, residents feel that the government is giving up on their town. They argue that instead of supporting those who want to return, authorities are hoping residents will choose to relocate. Residents say this decision threatens not just their homes, but their survival of their entire community. Finishing off with some good news out of Sweden. The newspaper SVT reported on Saturday, the 22nd, that the Arctic fox population in Sweden's northern Stekenjik region is showing promising growth. Conservation efforts have helped the endangered species recover from just 40 foxes in 2023 to approximately 70 today. And that's it for this week. Thank you for joining us. Are you listening on Spotify? Did you know that you can leave comments or questions in the episode? Click on the comment box. But don't worry, the comments are private by default. We won't publish them. If you want us to get back to you, share your email. Bless, bless.